guys, welcome to my video. It's another day. I hope you had a good time. And now for today's video, we are talking about what our experience buying the second-hand lawnmower and the brand, and then we end up buying the new lawnmower here in Dumaguete City. So for today's video, guys, we will explain to you our experience.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, so you want to start?
Sure.
Okay.
As Roxanne has said on several other occasions, we have a fairly large yard. It's about 2,000 square meters, and half of it is grass and the other half is not grass, on low vines,
It's
weeds, other things, yeah. But we want to get everything towards being grass, so we've got 2,000 square meters to keep up with. Plus, in addition to that, our lease on this rental house requires us to keep the grass mowed every month.
Yeah.
So we want to do that, live by the lease, and of course all the benefits that we get with having a nice lawn. Roxy went to Ormoc for
Voter in Ormoc
in May.
May.
Okay, this was gone for about a week, I guess.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. So I thought that was a good time to spend money, since I would get nothing but grief without it.
Because in the first place, I don't want you to,
Spend money.
it seems like I told him many times that it's okay, I can handle it, but every time when he saw me working on the garden and in the everywhere, it seems like it's very hard for him to to look at me that it's doing the tiny machete, and
It was getting the better of you.
It's
You'd work on one
it's
thing
hard
while the
for
rest
me.
of that stuff grew beyond control.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the boys didn't want to go out anymore because it had all gone to seed.
Yeah.
Foxy was getting seeds in her coat when she was out in it. So.
The seeds that he's talking about, that we call it here in the Philippines, morsicos.
Morsicos.
Yeah, we call it morsicos. That it will, if you touch it, it will stick on your clothes.
I went out and found a used lawnmower because I knew if I bought a new one, that would be even more of a problem with Roxy because she's cheap. Sometimes. So I found one, a good high quality one with a name I recognized. Went down to Gowan to look at it and eventually bought it. It was running when I got there in a shop, and I was told very specifically, no problems.
No problem. And
no issues, I think is the way it's put, right?
The previous owner, it's a foreigner too.
That's what they told me.
Yeah, that's what they told you.
Not being sold by the foreigner. They said it was 2 years old, no issues, and it was running, no problem. So I got it. Happy to have a lawnmower finally. I knew, like a lot of things in our life together, things that she has not been experienced in, not been part of or seen before, she objects to that, especially when money's involved. But once we do it, like a washing machine and a dryer,
it will amaze me.
Yes, and then you're happy to have it because it makes your life a whole lot easier, and I don't have to look at a wife that's falling apart. And I certainly don't want to do anything more. The last thing I want to do is get out in this hot sun with a machete trying to cut this down and make it look decent. So I knew a lawnmower was the answer. She didn't, but I knew she would come to realize it. And you have, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm really happy, really.
Yeah. So I got it, came home, got about maybe half the lawn mowed, did well, and it stopped working.
And that's the start of our journey.
So called the seller and the seller's agent, no answer. Sent emails and messages, no replies. Boys and I packed up the lawnmower and we drove all the way down to Dowen from Valencia. The place I got it was just locked up, tight as a drum, and there was just no response from anybody about anything. So Roxanne shortly afterward got home. At least she got to see part of the lawn before it grew up again.
Yeah.
And was happy with that.
Amazed.
Yeah,
Really
I was able to
overjoyed.
start the lawnmower, but within 2 seconds it would die. I just couldn't keep the thing turned over and running for any length of time. Finding lawnmower repair here proved to be a real chore.
Yeah.
We would ask everybody, they tell us to go down to this machine shop or motorcycle repair stuff. Finally found one person said he could fix it. He did. That was down in Dumaguete. Got it home, and less than an hour later, back to the same old problem.
Yeah.
Took it back. He said, "Oh yeah, I could fix it again."
And at this time, we wait like 3 days or 5 days, I think. That's very
Did make a difference.
Yeah.
I got another half an hour at best out of it, and again. So at that point, I just don't want to keep on. The repairs were cheap. It wasn't the money at that point for the repairs, but nothing was working, and I spent more on gas to get down there than we did in the actual repair, I think. It just is very frustrating and very time consuming. We waited, a week, and then just started looking around and could not find anybody else. So I did some more looking at lawnmowers and found only one at one of the big hardware stores.
Yeah.
It was pretty inexpensive, but it was nothing fancy at all.
Yeah.
I didn't want fancy, I just want reliable.
Yeah.
But I chose not to get that. So we went down to downtown. You want to mention the name?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
In the mall, no, in Umatiao.
Mateo. Yeah. And we talked to them and gave them the information, and they said, yes, we can work on that brand. It's a brand that I recognize in the United States as a high quality brand, and they have some tools of that brand. So they said yes, they would work on it, and they sell lawnmowers there.
And the good thing also in the Umatiao, they have their own repair shop that if in case, I hope not, in case that we have troubleshooting, that's what they call troubleshooting, we can bring it back and they will fix it.
Yeah, no taking to some second level place.
Yeah.
So anyway, they looked at it, they got it running, really inexpensive repair again, happy with that, very courteous people. I mowed for an hour again, everything was fine, and Roxanne said, I want to try it, and in the transition, and let it, it was in idle. She went to touch the lawnmower, and we hear this loud metallic clank, loud, and it stopped running and found out that it was locked up, it was seized.
And this one, it's a big difference because when we bring it in the shop again, and it's,
so we took it back again, and he did some logical type troubleshooting. He says, I think it's in the engine. Did one more physical test on it. He says, yeah, I'm afraid it's in the engine. And he says, I don't know if I can get parts. He couldn't get parts before. In fact, we ought to backpedal a little bit. And the shop that did it repairs twice. Or
the first one.
The previous people that I got it from rebuilt part of the carburetor to replace parts that were not factory parts. They either made their own gaskets or machined something. He said, it isn't correct, it isn't going to work exactly the way it should, and we've already contacted the manufacturer and they no longer have parts, which means that it's probably much older than 2 years old. I looked on the web, I couldn't find it. I found similar ones, but not that one. So I decided, Roxanne agreed, that better off just getting a new one. So we looked around one last time, and what did we find when we went to 6, 7 different places around town?
The push one.
I don't know. Yeah, that's all it is, the manual push one. No motor or anything, just the real, it was like that. And for what it was expensive.
It is.
Yeah.
You want to mention? No need.
No.
Okay.
No.
But it was.
And there was nothing wrong with it, but who wants to do 2,000 square meters pushing?
Yeah.
I don't mind physical work, but this kind is not the kind I want. So anyway, we looked Umatio had 2 lawnmowers. One was 7,000 pesos less, both motorized. Neither one of them have self-drive, so they're push, but that's okay. I don't care about that. The cheaper one did not have a basket to collect and I've got a huge pile of mulch, which is fine with me. We have good soil being produced from that, and it keeps the grass aerated. It did not have an adjustment on the wheels, which is a big deal here in this in here.
In this place.
And it had a smaller chassis, carriage, whatever you call it, a deck. The deck.
Yeah, a deck.
So the swipe wouldn't have been as large. It looked like it was about 3 inches narrower. So we opted to get the next one. I think it was, for what it was a reasonable price. And we got it, and they fixed it. They put the fuel in it, they put oil in it. They tested it out as best you can under those conditions, and it seems to be working. They have not started it. Started mowing yet with it.
Yeah.
That comes in after this video.
Yeah. And then we got 3 months
3-month warranty.
warranty.
And again, it's in their shop. I don't have to worry about taking it somewhere else and explaining things and showing the papers to any great extent. And they even sell the right oil for it and everything else. So I'm happy with all of that.
How you feel buying this? What is the experience?
Let me explain my experience in the Philippines per se, and especially away from a big city like Manila.
Yeah, Cebu,
Davao, something like that. You're just at the mercy of the people that are not particularly trained and don't have access to the parts in any formal sense, and you just never know what you're going to get. And sadly, people just want to tell you what they think you want to hear, I think. Too many times in my experience. So you take a chance. And in this case, I took a chance and it didn't really pan out very well.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to have a new one. I'm happy to have it from a place that I can rely on. And we'll go from there.
Yeah, I mean, we learn. That's part of our experience.
So,
So you're fine now?
I'm fine. We'll mow the lawn and see where that goes.
Yeah, and then we give you the short.
We're not gonna have any problem.
Yeah, we will give you a short video when Alan using the new one.
Oh, you're not gonna use it too?
Well, I will. Oh yes, I will. So that's all for today's video, guys. If you like this video, please thumbs up. Click the thumbs up, and then comment below of what you think. Of what you experience also here in Dumaguete or everywhere in the Philippines, right?
Yeah.
And then please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the notification so that you are updated all my video. And guess what, guys? I have announcement. Eee, that's very good. That really makes me excited.
You gotta control yourself.
I know. Hit the 1,000 plus subscribers, and I got the 4,000 at least viewing hours in my YouTube channel. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you to my friend. And I'm not gonna mention you, but you know who you are. Thank you so much for helping me, and for you guys, my viewers, and my family here in my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. We love you all. Bye. So bye.
That handle is awful high for you.